Episode yet again. Film Hackers has brought you some information that you can share in the film industry. We have brought you a panel of guests that talk about what is critical in the film industry, what artists need to know. We have made it all the way to episode 7 and we have a new host. My name is Maritza. I host The Mighty Breakfast every morning on 933 KFM. Please tune in. We always have a good time, and we guarantee we'll do that today. If you want to encourage your friends to watch live, we are live on Net Studio Africa. This would not be possible without sponsorship with Net Studio Africa. We're also live on Garage Group and also live Facebook and YouTube, Film Hackers. Now, what you can do is get ready to get your questions in, take some notes, and we're very happy to have you on board. Now, today, I don't know why we're very reluctant to let other people help us, especially in things that we feel like feturi kafulu. Like I'm the expert, I can sing, I can dance, what do I need help for? But a conversation on talent management in UG is long overdue, and we have some amazing talent managers in the studio with us today. I will introduce them and then let them talk about themselves. But let me tell you something. Do you know Season? They are seasoned, spicy cake, or they've been around for a time. They've worked with amazing artists. Let me even start on my left. Very excited to have on board today as we talk talent management, Emma Carlos. We know him for managing Khalifa Aganaga, Dream Girls, the list is long, and I'll allow him to introduce himself in a little bit. And to my right, I am very happy to have the former LP. Should we tell them?
No.
Once artist turned into manager. I feel like you do it all at this point. And
Yeah, basically.
Basically. And he comes from Swangs Avenue. I'm very excited to have on board with us Ivan Chifumba. And all the way on my far right, very excited for the talent that he has nurtured, for the work that he continues to do in the industry, all the way from NBS. Welcome to the show, Peter Kafuko.
I'm humbled to be here.
Peter, please introduce yourself. Just tell us a little bit about yourself.
I'm Kafuko Peter, a TV producer with Next Media, the mother company of NBS, Sanyuka, Nile Post, Next Radio, and Salam TV.
Amazing. Ivan?
Ivan Chifumba. I'm Swangs Avenue's music business manager and talent manager as well.
My name is Emmanuel Bulundo, popularly known as Emma Carlos. I run a brand known as Twinkle. It has competence in talent management, consultancy, and content creation. We have a wing known as Twinkle Star Agency that manages all those brands we talked about, Dream Girls, Wafagi, Coco Finger, and most recently it had been hired by Ready and Wizard to revamp their career. That's it.
And I'm very happy that we have a different array of talent managers here today, because you also talk about content creators. So even before we get into talent management and describe what it is and the roles that are required for talent management, who needs talent management? Who is this for?
Talent, anybody that has anything to offer in
Service, intellectual property, deserves to have a talent manager.
Keyword being intellectual property.
Yeah, true.
I like that. Now let's talk about the roles of a talent manager, and clearly defined, especially because these are roles that you've played repeatedly and with people whose careers have blown out of the sky. And just think about, as you describe what the roles are, think about, the key roles that actually get the results that maybe the artist, maybe the actress, maybe the sports personality wants to get. So what do you as talent managers do to make those things happen?
I would like us to first define universally where talent manager is, a record label, and let me say a booking agency or talent agent. In Uganda, our industry is still small. You find a company like Swangs multi-taxing on all of them. But in a clearly defined creative industry, these roles are stipulated properly. Now, for instance, a talent manager is a person or a company that runs the day-to-day business of a talent.
Okay.
A record label, on the other hand, takes the part of investing in both audio and visual audio. And then the most important element for you to qualify to be a record label, you need to enforce copyright on those products that you've created. And then lastly, a booking agent is a company or group of companies that finds jobs for the talent. So in Uganda, having defined universally what a talent manager is, talent agency or booking agent or a record label, in Uganda situation, we jargon all of them.
Yeah,
You
I was
find a
about
record.
to say
there's
that's
no,
all your jobs.
Yeah, that's all your job. But there are like 11 services a talent manager is supposed, or a talent agency, management agency is supposed to do for the act they manage, including creative, aid in production, and whatever resource you have, aid in production of both audio and visual, image development, social media presence, placement on digital platforms, coordinate bookings, representation and liaison to the world. There are a couple of them, though offhand I keep, but basically those
We have
are
a
the
whole
ones.
panel.
Yeah.
We shall get
Yeah,
through
true,
them.
that's it.
Yeah.
In my opinion, half of the things you just mentioned are actually done by the label. So to me, the talent manager is supposed to support the artist in executing the things that the label is supposed to provide for the artist. So even things, the things I was mentioning, as a manager, I probably don't even need to worry about financing certain things if my artist is signed to a label. So all I do is just support and counsel and advise and just give you a sense of direction in anything you're doing, and then also basically manage. If let's say Swangs Avenue, you're signed to Swangs Avenue, doesn't mean we're managing you. We just put certain things in place. Then Emma, your manager, helps to enforce and put those things in line and make sure they happen.
Okay, for someone who's managed personalities, and this is because they're a force themselves, in a world like Kampala, we never thought, me, a TV presenter, what do I need a manager for? You know, but as in that role and in that regard, what are some of the roles that you've had to play to make sure that they have the career that they require?
I've been helping in the day-to-day activities, giving them advice and counsel on professional areas and some personal areas that may affect their career. So, in that sphere, that's what the talent manager for a TV presenter needs to be in. But also because our industry is too small, because you're a talent manager, but also help in the creation of the content.
Yes.
Both content which may surface on TV and content which may surface on social media.
Yes. So in a perfect world, from everything that I think that we've talked about, in a perfect world, and I use this term very loosely, talent manager is basically a professional babysitter.
Thank you very much. You can't miss the element of babysitting. True. There are so many incidences where you have to actually babysit. Let me give you a typical day of, let me say, a concert.
Okay.
Backstage, and they're supposed to be performing. You need to nurse them, from the hotel. You need to nurse them when they're going on stage. They're also human beings. They have stage frights. That's when you bring in the element of babysitting. So it's Ivan has got it out very well that Swangs is trying to show that, Swangs the brand is trying to show that it's a record label, and then these individual artists that are assigned to them have personal managers who are supposed to do that role of that personal management, which includes babysitting, what you said, which is a good example, and kudos to them, they are doing it very well.
I like that. Your thoughts as well?
Thank you. Yes.
As well, babysitting? Okay, so
Babysitting is
professional babysitting.
Or handling, basically.
Yes, so handling. Now, when it comes to handling adult human beings that are creatives, I found that the biggest complaint and I think the biggest challenge is actually channeling that creativity in the direction that works for maybe their brand to grow, the direction that works for money to come in. Because sometimes, and I speak as a creative, I want to do what my spirit has told me.
But you said your name is Martha?
Maritza. Yes.
I saw in the brief the reasons why talent managers and artists break up.
Yes.
One of the biggest reasons is creative differences. That's exactly what you're talking about.
Yes.
That you could be having a vibe that won't work in the market.
Yeah.
Now, harmonizing that, because for us, we managers are business people, we see the business element, regardless whether you feel the song, but the 45 million Ugandans are going to like the song. Yes. So if you fail to harmonize the creative output that musician wants to bring out at the moment, vis-a-vis what will work in the market, brings a lot of friction. And it's one of the core reasons, one of the major reasons, even internationally, that brings out artist and manager relationship to split up creative differences. But if you have harmonized that, a combination of a good manager and a good artist can even move mountains if you have harmonized the creative differences.
Which is the question that I was actually going to put before you. When that creative difference happens, how do you channel that as talent managers to make sure that this creativity that they want to put out, that's not working for your plan financially, that's not working for the audience that this person supposedly wants to target, how do you reconcile that with your artist, with your act, to get them at least on the same page? Because usually the goal is you want to make it happen for them as you do for yourself.